Rocks in their 6-game road trip in the same place they began it. 4th in the division, 6 games back of the leader. They will start a 3-game series with the Giants tomorrow back home. Mike Rice joining us tonight here on Auto Nation All Access. Mike, I don't know how you feel. I'm, confused by this team and what they do. They go on the 6-game road trip, lose the first 2 to the Giants, win the next 3, have a chance for the sweep today but can't complete it. What do you make of this Rockies team here now past the midway point of this season?
Yeah, I mean, in general, I still like it. I still like the roster. I still like the pitching staff. I still think the bullpen will be better when all is said and done. But at the same time, there's no doubt they have some things they have to do better. They have not played probably up to the capabilities that they believe they have. And as Nolan said the other day, look, we have to put some things together. Charlie told me that last week. Look, I'm not going to dwell on the fact that we need to get on a run, but we need to win more games. So I still like the team in general. Baseball is such a marathon. I know we hear that all the time, but I think there's a lot of truth to it. I still think this is going to be a team that's playing meaningful games, as we like to say, later in the year.
Of course, the big news this week came when they made the move to with Jon Gray, bumping him down to AAA, optioning him down there to Albuquerque. What did you make of that move, and what can he gain during his time with the Isotopes?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say what he can gain. Obviously, it would seem he obviously needs to pitch better, number one. I mean, Bud Black said that. But confidence, poise, some of those things that, just we haven't seen from Jon really since the middle of May, when his ERA's been over 7 in his last 9 starts. It just hasn't been there. The quality of stuff is not translating in the game. But I thought it was interesting that Bud Black, when he told our guys, Jack and Jerry, in the pregame the other day, talking about the move, I thought it was interesting. He was pretty honest, and he said Jon has to be able to figure out how to pitch better in order to stay at the big league level. It's at that point, I think, for Jon Gray. They're not going to give up on him today or tomorrow. They're not about to cast him off and release him entirely, but he does need to pitch better. And I think it's at the point where if the Rockies are going to be that kind of team we just talked about a moment ago, they need somebody more reliable forget the number 1, the ace spot. They just need a more reliable starter at this point in the rotation.
Earlier this week, I thought it was interesting, Nolan Arenado kind of sounding off about all the losing that this team has been doing, lamenting the fact that he's only played in the playoffs once and that was only one single game, of course, last year's wild card game. And he said, quote, "I'm tired of coming to the ballpark and losing," end quote. What did you make of that? How much did that kind of open up your eyes, maybe perk up your ears a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it spoke to Nolan. He is that kind of competitor. He is that kind of player. He wants and believes he and his team should be playing in the postseason on a regular basis. And honestly, he's right. I mean, the Rockies, I think, more than any time in their history, certainly recently, have acted like they're a playoff team. They've spent money. They've tried to make the additions and tried to make the fixes, if you will, to be a regular postseason team. And Nolan's frustrated. And let's not forget, his contract is coming up, too, after next season. I don't know that the two are directly correlated, but Charlie has said the same thing. Guys believe they're better, and as a group, they believe they're better. And while there is still time, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about, Michael. It's also at the point where they need to string some wins together here in the month of July and on into August. Those are the dog days.
If they don't do it now, it is going to be a really, really long rest of the second half of the season. Hey, you have a new podcast out. How can people hear that?
A new podcast right on the website, KOANewsRadio.com, on the Facebook page, Mike Rice Sports, talking to people, doing some commentary. It's a lot of fun. We encourage people to check it out if they can.
Mike, thanks so much for stopping by.
Absolutely. Great to be here. Thanks.